Have you ever wondered why some days you feel like you can conquer the world, while on others, just getting out of bed feels like a challenge? Well, you're not alone. Today, let's talk about something we all struggle with at times, keeping our motivation alive when life gets tough. There's this beautiful quote by Albert Camus that really hits home. He said that in the middle of winter, he discovered there was an invincible summer inside him. I love this because it reminds us of something powerful. Even when everything feels dark and difficult, we have strength within us that we might not even know about. Now, let's be honest, keeping your motivation up during hard times can feel like trying to light a match in a rainstorm. We've all been there. Maybe you're there right now. You watch as your usual excitement and energy seem to fade away, replaced by doubt and tiredness. It is frustrating, ISM, to it. But here, something interesting I want to share with you. What if these challenging times, Aaron, they're just obstacles to push through? What if they were actually opportunities for us to grow stronger? You see, motivation, ISM, like a magical well that some people have and others don't. It is more like a garden that needs regular care and attention, especially during tough seasons. Think back to the last time something didn't go as planned in your life. Maybe you didn't get that job you wanted, or a relationship ended, or a goal you were working towards seemed to keep slipping away. During times like these, we often make a common mistake. We sit around waiting for motivation to find us, like we're waiting for a friend to knock on our door. But here is the thing. Motivation, ISM, is something that just happens to us. It's something we can actively build and maintain, even when everything around us feels like it is falling apart. Let me share something with you about some of history's most successful people. Take Thomas Edison, for example. Did you know he failed thousands of times before he successfully created the light bulb? Or J.K. Rowling, before Harry Potter became a worldwide sensation, she was at what she called her rock bottom. What made these people different wasn't that they never faced failure or felt discouraged. It was how they chose to handle those tough moments. As we continue this journey together, remember this. If you re-listening to this while struggling with motivation, you've already done something remarkable. You reactively looking for ways to grow stronger. That right there, that is motivation in action. You not letting the tough times win. You re-fighting back. And let's get one thing straight. The goal, ISN, is to become some superhuman who never feels down or tired. That is not realistic. And honestly, it is not even helpful. Instead, we're going to talk about building the kind of motivation that bends but doesn't break when life gets hard. The kind that actually grows stronger because of challenges, not in spite of them. Think of this as a conversation between friends, where we explore together how to keep our inner fire burning, even when the winds of life try to blow it out. Are you ready to discover how? Because in the parts that follow, I am going to share with you practical, proven ways to keep going when things get tough. Let's talk about something that might surprise you. When life gets tough, the secret to staying motivated, ISN, about making huge changes or dramatic gestures. It is actually about the small things, those tiny victories we often overlook. Picture this, you reclimbing a mountain. Looking straight up at the peak can feel overwhelming, even impossible. But what if, instead, you just focused on reaching that next boulder? That next bend in the path? Suddenly, the journey feels more manageable. This is the power of small wins. Every morning when you make your bed, every time you complete even the smallest task on your to-do list, you recreating what psychologists call a success loop. Each small accomplishment releases a tiny burst of dopamine in your brain. That is your body, this natural reward chemical. And here is the beautiful thing. These small wins start to stack up, creating momentum that carries you through tougher moments. Think about athletes and how they prepare for competition. They just show up on game day and hope for the best. They create rituals, specific warm-up routines, certain songs they listen to, particular ways they lace up their shoes. These rituals aren't just about superstition. They about creating a sense of control and familiarity, especially when everything else feels uncertain. You can build your own success rituals too. Maybe it's starting each day with 5 minutes of deep breathing. Perhaps it's writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. These might sound simple, and they are. That is exactly what makes them powerful. When life feels like it is spinning out of control, these small, consistent actions become anchors that keep you grounded. Here is another secret. The size of the win doesn't matter nearly as much as the consistency of winning. Writing one paragraph is better than writing nothing. Taking a 5-minute walk is better than staying on the couch. Each small action tells your brain, hey, we're still in the game. We're still moving forward. And let's be honest, some days, just getting out of bed might feel like a major victory. That is okay. On those days, celebrate that win. Because each time you acknowledge these small victories, you rebuilding resilience. You reteaching yourself that progress doesn't have to be perfect to be valuable. Remember, motivation ISN. It's always about feeling inspired or energized. Sometimes it's simply about showing up, about doing the small things that keep you connected to your goals. It's about creating those tiny sparks of success that, over time, build into a steady flame of progress. Think of it like growing a garden. You don't see results the day you plant the seeds. But with consistent care, a little water each day, pulling a few weeds here and there, eventually, your garden blooms. Your motivation works the same way. Those small, daily actions might not feel significant in the moment, but they are essential to your growth. You know what's fascinating about our minds? They believe the stories we tell them. And this is exactly where we can start making powerful changes in how we handle tough times. Let me share something interesting with you. The way we talk to ourselves about our challenges can completely change how we experience them. Think about it this way. Imagine you relearning to play a musical instrument. Every time you hit a wrong note, you could tell yourself, I'm terrible at this. I'll never get it right. Or you could say, hey, I just found another way that doesn't work. I'm one step closer to getting it right. Same situation, completely different story, right? This ISN to just positive thinking. It's about being realistic while staying hopeful. Let me give you a real-world example. When Thomas Edison was working on the light bulb, someone asked him how it felt to fail thousands of times. His response, I haven't failed. I just found 10,000 ways that one to work. Now that's what I call reframing. But here is the thing. Reframing ISN about pretending everything is fine when at ISN. It is about finding the lesson, the opportunity, or the next step forward, even in difficult situations. When you facing a setback, try asking yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how might this challenge be preparing me for something important? Let's talk about fear for a moment. You know that feeling when your heart starts racing and your mind starts spinning with all the things that could go wrong? Well, here, it's a little trick. Instead of seeing those physical sensations as fear, try viewing them as excitement. Your body, its response to fear and excitement is actually very similar. It's your interpretation that makes the difference. Building mental strength is a lot like building physical strength. You don't go to the gym once and expect to lift heavy weights, right? It's the same with our mental resilience. Each challenge we face is like a representative in our mental gym. Every time we push through something difficult, we rebuilding stronger mental muscles. Here is something practical you can start doing today. Keep a wins journal. At the end of each day, write down one thing you handled well, no matter how small. Maybe you stayed calm during a stressful meeting, or maybe you just got out of bed on a really tough day. These aren't just nice memories. They re-evidence of your resilience, proof that you can handle more than you think. Remember, being mentally strong doesn't mean never feeling down or discouraged. It means knowing that these feelings are temporary and that you have the tools to work through them. It's about building a mindset that says, this is tough, but I am tougher. Let's talk about something that is often overlooked when we discuss motivation. We're not meant to do everything alone. You know that old saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Well, there's a lot of truth in that, especially during tough times. Think about any major achievement in your life. I bet there were people who helped you along the way, even in small ways. Maybe it was someone who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. Or maybe it was just a friend who listened when you needed to talk things through. Here is something interesting. Research shows that when we going through difficult times, our natural instinct might be to pull away from others. We might think, I don't want to burden anyone, or I should be able to handle this on my own. But this is exactly when we need our support system the most. Your support system can look different from everyone else, and that is perfectly fine. Maybe it is one close friend who really gets you. Maybe it is a mentor who has walked the path you agree on. Or maybe it's an online community of people working towards similar goals. The important thing, ISN, how many people are in your corner? It is having people who understand and support your journey. Let me share a little secret with you. Even the most successful people have times when they need help staying motivated. Olympic athletes have coaches. Business leaders have mentors. Writers have editors. They understand something crucial. Having someone to share your struggles and celebrations with makes the journey not just easier, but also more meaningful. But here is the key. You need to be active in building and maintaining these connections. Think of it like tending a garden. You just plant the seeds and walk away. You need to nurture these relationships. Share your goals with people you trust. Be honest about your struggles. And this is important. Be willing to support others in return. There's something magical that happens when we connect with others who are also working to stay motivated during tough times. We realize we're not alone in our struggles. We can learn from each other's experiences. Sometimes just knowing that someone else understands what we're going through can give us the strength to keep going. And remember this, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It is actually a sign of wisdom. It shows you understand that none of us have all the answers, and that it's okay. Some days you'll be the one needing support, and other days you'll be the one giving it. That is how we all grow stronger together. You know what is interesting about motivation? It's a lot like riding a bicycle. It is easier to keep going once you in motion. So let's talk about how to create momentum, even when you feel stuck, by focusing on action plans and energy management. Here is something they noticed when we feeling unmotivated. We often wait to feel ready before taking action. But here is the truth. Action usually comes before motivation, not the other way around. It's like jumping into a pool. You can stand at the edge thinking about it for hours, or you can just take the plunge and adjust to the water as you go. Let's talk about action plans. Not those complicated, overwhelming lists that make you want to crawl back into bed. I'm talking about something I like to call the next smallest step approach. Instead of focusing on the big, scary goal, ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest step I could take right now? Maybe it is sending one email, writing one paragraph, or doing just 5 minutes of exercise. But here is the key part that many people miss. Managing your energy is just as important as managing your time. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some tasks drain you completely, while others actually give you energy? Understanding this pattern is like finding your personal instruction manual. Try this. For the next few days, notice when you feel most energized. Are you a morning person? An afternoon achiever? A night owl? There is no right or wrong here. It is about discovering your personal rhythm. Once you know this, you can plan your most challenging tasks for when your energy is highest. Let me share a practical tip that has helped many people. Create what I call energy bookends for your day. These are simple routines that help you start and end your day with purpose. Your morning bookend might be 5 minutes of deep breathing and a glass of water. Your evening bookend could be writing down 3 things you accomplished that day, no matter how small. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Breaks errand. They're just nice to have. They're essential for maintaining motivation. Think of your energy like a phone battery. You wouldn't expect your phone to run forever without recharging, right? The same goes for you. Short breaks aren't a sign of laziness. They are a smart strategy for sustainable progress. Here is a simple way to structure your work. Try the focus bubble technique. Work intensely for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. During that break, do something completely different. Stretch, walk around, look out the window. You will be amazed at how this simple rhythm can help maintain your energy and motivation throughout the day. Let's bring everything together and talk about something really important. How to keep this motivation journey going long-term. Because let's be honest, it is not just about getting through today or tomorrow. It is about building something that lasts. You know what is amazing about where you are right now? Every step they've taken, every challenge they faced, they were all part of your story. They were not just obstacles they encountered, they were experiences that have made you stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you were before. Think about it like this. When you relearning to play music, you don't expect to master a piece in one day. You practice, you make mistakes, you learn, and gradually, what seemed impossible becomes possible. The same applies to maintaining motivation during tough times. Every difficult moment you navigate through is teaching you something valuable about yourself. Here is a powerful truth I want you to remember. Your ability to stay motivated isn't fixed. It is like a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. Each time you push through a challenging day, each time you take a small step forward when you feel like giving up, you rebuilding that muscle. Let me share something practical that can help you keep going. Create what I call a victory vault. This isn't just about celebrating big wins. It is about collecting evidence of your resilience. Save those thank you notes from colleagues, screenshots of small achievements, photos of proud moments. On tough days, this collection becomes your personal proof that you can overcome challenges. And remember this, progress isn't always a straight line. Sometimes it looks more like a dance. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, a spin around, and then forward again. That is not just okay. It is completely normal. What matters isn't that you never stumble. What matters is that you keep finding ways to get back up. As we wrap up our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. Motivation isn't just about reaching goals. It is about who you become along the way. Every challenge you face, every time you choose to keep going when things get tough, you're not just working toward your goals. You rebuilding a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Remember, we're not alone on this journey. The strategies they talked about, understanding motivation, its nature, celebrating small wins, reframing challenges, building connections, managing energy, and embracing growth. They are all tools in your motivation toolkit. Use them, adapt them, make them your own. And most importantly, be patient and kind with yourself. You were not just surviving tough times, you relearning, growing, and becoming stronger through them. That is something to be proud of every single day. This isn't the end of your motivation journey. It is just the beginning of a new chapter. Take what resonates with you from what we discussed and start building your own path forward, one small step at a time. You got this. And even on days when it doesn't feel like you do, remember, you stronger than you think, more capable than you know, and every step forward, no matter how small, is progress worth celebrating. If you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. There are more videos on this channel that will help you become a better version of yourself.